UFC fans. I'm here to break down all the main card events for UFC Kansas City, Max Holloway versus Arnold Allen. All right, we got the first fight of the evening coming up. We got Clay Guida versus Rafa Garcia. Garcia is a huge favorite at minus 270. He's super strong, really durable. He's got great takedowns and a crazy nice left hand. But Clay Guida, the 487-year-old, has great cardio, and he also has really good wrestling. So minus 270, I don't love that. I think Rafa Garcia gets it done, but if he's unable to get the takedowns, or if he is able to get them and Clay Guida is able to work his way to his feet, we could see Garcia gas out. We all know Clay Guida has an incredible gas tank, and that makes me a little nervous laying any juice on Garcia, especially at minus 270 odds. I think Garcia is going to be able to overwhelm him. He's almost 13 years younger than Clay Guida, which is unbelievable. So I'm going with Garcia here to beat Clay Guida, but we have to know that Garcia, I've seen him gas. I watched some of the tape. He gasses out. So if he's not able to put Clay Guida away early, we could see a close fight and go to a decision. But I'm going to go with Garcia barely getting a 29-28 decision. All right, the next fight is one of my favorite fights of the evening. We got Pedro Munoz versus Chris Gutierrez. Gutierrez is a winner of his last four fights, including that incredible knockout of Frankie Edgar. I was a little pissed that the UFC fed Frankie Edgar to Chris Gutierrez, who's been on an absolute tear. That was kind of fucked up in my opinion. But he's got another huge step up in competition against Pedro Munoz, his 19-7. Munoz has fought everybody that you could possibly fight in this division. O'Malley, Cruz, Aldo, Rivera, Edgar. I mean, this dude has fought everybody. He is a decision machine. So if you're looking to bet this fight, maybe the over 2.5 rounds, maybe over the 1.5, depending on the odds. Could be an interesting bet. I'm going to do a bet video later, so stay tuned for that. But I like Chris Gutierrez to win by decision. I think he wins 29-28 in this fight. And we saw in the Dominic Cruz fight, Pedro Munoz kind of had a good first round but kind of fell off. But Chris Gutierrez is the bigger, stronger, younger fighter, so his cardio should be able to hold up all 3 rounds and be able to press the action against Munoz. And I think he eventually breaks him and gets a decision here. So we're going to go with Gutierrez to win this fight. All right, back up the card we go to Tanner Boser versus Ion Kuntalaba. Kuntalaba is the human punching bag, and every fight he gets in, he gets absolutely blasted into outer space. Tanner Boser is coming down from heavyweight. He's got good, clean boxing, but he was just a little small for the heavyweights. When they would take him down, he couldn't get up, and when they hit him flush, it would really do damage to Boser, being, a smaller guy, 6'2". He probably walks around in the 230-ish range, 225-ish, and he was fighting at heavyweight, not really having to cut weight at all, and some of these monsters are cutting weight to get down to the 265 limit. I like Tanner Boser here. I mean, I think especially at plus 115, Kuntalaba is going to stand in the middle and bang. And this fight's going to end fast. I don't see it going past the second round. Someone is going to get knocked the fuck out, and I think Kuntalaba is going to be the one who's going to get cracked. He's going to go into the middle, and he's going to just start throwing bombs. Boser has really clean boxing. I think he's going to be able to piece him up. So I like Tanner Boser here being a live dog. The next fight is probably the most even fight and unpredictable fight of the evening. We have Dustin Jacoby versus Asmat Mursakanov. Mursakanov is 12-0 in his professional career. These guys are both up in age a little bit. Whoever wins this fight is going to probably have a little bit, but at light heavyweight, guys fight a little higher up in age because the competition is just not as fierce at 205. But let's check out Dustin Jacoby. What has he been up to the last few fights? He won 4 in a row, and then he lost that split decision in Roundtree. That was a really good fight. But he got in a kickboxing match with a Muay Thai expert in Roundtree, and that's why he lost the fight. But it could have went either way, and he could have been on a 5-fight win streak. So whoever wins this fight is probably going to get a top 15 opponent next. I would not be touching this from a betting perspective with a 37-foot pole, that's for sure. I think Azamat Murzakanov has more past the victory. He has good, clean striking, but he's also a pretty good wrestler, so he might be able to take Jacoby down and hold him there, but we'll see how it plays out. I'm going to go with Azamat to win this fight, but I'm not 100. This is not a fight I'm putting any juice on. This is a 50-50 fight, in my opinion, and the odds kind of reflect that. But for shits and giggles, I think Azamat gets it done. Okay, this is the co-main event of the evening. We've got Enson Barbosa coming in at 22-11, and Billy Quarantillo at 17-4, who had a very impressive victory over Alexander Hernandez in his last fight. He fought through some adversity, and Hernandez started to crack a little bit. His cardio started to, give up on him, and Billy was able to get the TKO and win that fight. But these guys, Billy's actually a little older than I thought he was at 34 years old. He's fighting the 37-year-old Edson Barbosa. I really think Barbosa's, experience and skill set's going to just be a little bit too much for Billy unless Billy's able to get some takedowns and hold him down on the ground. Um, Billy's a very busy fighter, a very active fighter. Barbosa likes to pick his shots a little bit more. This is going to be a really good fight. I think it's going to be really exciting, but I just think Barbosa's striking is going to be too much for Billy. I don't know if Billy's wrestling. He's not like Bryce Mitchell, who's going to be able to just take Barbosa down and smother him on the ground and just, grind out that 30-27 victory. It's going to be a close fight. I think it's going to go, it might even go to a split decision, but I'm going 29-28, unanimous decision for Edson Barbosa here. All right, then we go to the main event of the evening, the fight that everyone is looking forward to. This should probably be like a co-main on a pay-per-view, but we're lucky enough to get this on ESPN and ESPN Plus. That's awesome for everyone that doesn't have ESPN Plus. You're going to be able to watch the full card on ESPN, which is awesome. You're going to get an incredible fight. Max Holloway never, ever disappoints. He's a little bit taller, but the reach is about the same. We all know Max Holloway's boxing and chin is absolutely incredible. And if you look at, significant strikes landed per minute at 7 for Holloway's, and it was double the output Arnold Allen puts out. Arnold Allen does use a little, mix in the wrestling a little bit, but he likes to blitz. He likes to, from that southpaw stance, he's got a really good straight left hand down the pipe. And once he cracks people, he comes after them hard. It'll be really, one of the things I'm worried about in this fight for Arnold Allen is his gas tank. Max Holloway hasn't fought a 3-round fight that wasn't a 5-round, scheduled for 5 rounds in almost a decade. Max Holloway is the 5-round machine. He's gone 5 rounds, a 10 times, something like that in his UFC career. It's absolutely incredible. Arnold Allen in his professional career has never, ever went over 3 rounds. So if he thinks he's going to come out and blitz Max Holloway and try to get him out of there earlier in the fight, I don't think that's going to be a great strategy for him. I don't love Max Holloway at -185. If you can find a sports book doing in the -165, -150, I like that bet a little bit better. But if Arnold Allen is able to come out and get rid of Max Holloway, who did have a little bit of a tough time with Yair Rodriguez and just narrowly got a victory over him, but Yair has incredible striking. He is super talented, and that fight against Volkanovski is going to be a fucking barn burner for sure. But I'm going Max Holloway here. I think he wins a decision. I don't think this fight's going to end by KO unless Arnold Allen gasses out and then Max Holloway is able to put his foot on the gas and end it. So I'm going Max Holloway here to win a decision over Arnold Allen. But it's going to be a good fight. I can't wait to watch this fight. Max Holloway is, I still can't believe he's only 31. It's unbelievable. He's been in the UFC for almost a decade now. He's the toughest, one of my favorite fighters in the UFC, and I think he gets it done tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. We're almost at 3,000 subscribers. Thank you so much for tuning into the content. And I'm going to do a betting video a little later this afternoon, so look out for that. But we're going to go with Holloway in the main event. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Don't forget that like button, subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you on the next one. Peace!